Hello, it's TruthSOSeeker here. I'm here with Goddess Ilias.
Ew.
And just recently, the new patch has come out, as you can see here. It actually just came out a little while ago. Came out today. And we figured we'd go ahead and go over it because haven't done an actual live reaction like this before. And this is a very important update for this game.
Very big, too.
If you've noticed, I actually stopped playing this game because I just kind of...
Hate it.
Well, not hate it, but I lost a lot of the passion I had, and I'm hoping that what I see here today is going to help restore some of it. I mean, with the two new leaders coming out on top of all of this, this is a huge update.
I'm super excited for it, and I just want it to be better. I pray to God it'll be fixed.
I mean, they said that they're going to fix unit movement. They're going to be buffing. I hope they make Isabel good. They need to make her great. Like
make Isabel great again.
Make her again. Where's the every leader has been viable at some point in this game except her.
Well, let's see if they turn things around. My girl Isabel.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
And first and foremost.
Now they say how the patches have been growing in size. There have been so many, so they actually went ahead and sorted them out, and the actual patch notes are here.
Ooh.
Part 1 of 2.
1 of 2. Wow.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? We're gonna just I think we should verbally read it out. Just
yeah.
Say, no.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Note: the patch notes contain more content than a single post will allow. So please see the next post for the continuation.
Already looking good.
Already looking great. In addition to the notes below, there will be a service-side balance update released after the game patch. What does that mean?
Service-side balance update. I'm not sure what that means, actually.
I think that's what it means is that there's going to be some... Well, I mean, it is what it is. Service-side balance update. So they're going to do some sort of balance update.
On the service side. Okay.
Yeah.
Service side, something with Siege. Like, I've noticed it with that game as well. Service side, and there's, what's the other one? It's, kind of like either host or service side. I think that's what it is. I'm not entirely sure. Service side is kind of like a service at it's kind of like a thing that the game developers have that people can play on.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to explain if that's even what it is. But since I don't know, I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah, we should probably just keep going.
Yeah.
Then. The details of these additional balance changes are not currently included in the notes below. We will update them once information is finalized. Okay, UI navigation. Improved selection box to allow easier selection of units when on the fringe of the unit.
Okay, I'm down with that. Okay, that's nice.
I've noticed several times I'd have a group of 3 Marines running. I'm like, okay, I want this one to cap the node, and I try to select it, and I select another one. So.
Yep. And also, if you try to select 2 at once or something.
What I would have really liked to see, and I'm assuming they didn't do this, is if you could increase or decrease the stickiness of the unit. So.
Ooh, like in the first one.
Yeah, nice. that would have been something I would have liked to see, but we'll see how this goes at least.
I think we should alter. I'll read the next one.
All right.
Selected unit sub-selection now more responsive and using right trigger and Y button to cycle through the selection. Yes!
I actually mentioned that.
Dude, I'm so excited. It's not going to be a laggy hunk of junk anymore. Yes!
Oh, that was one of the biggest.
That.
I hated it. There was a half second to 1 second delay.
And that was huge.
That was ridiculous.
Especially in the beginning, you're like, all right, I'm going to tell my only grunt to go cap this node and all my choppers to go up, and freaking you press right trigger to go past the grunt, and you just send the grunt up anyway. Oh, it's annoying.
I mean, it doesn't have to be instant, but it should be within 0.2 of a second.
Yes.
And that was somewhere between half a second to a second.
I'm
way
so
too
ready.
long.
All right, I'm already liking this, devs.
I'm already liking it.
I can clap my hands.
Fog of War made more readable.
I think it might be referring to, remember sometimes in the Fog of War, the power nodes wouldn't show who owned them correctly? Or maybe even they're changing the colors, maybe.
Well, but by more readable, what does readable mean?
Probably things stand out more or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Easier to identify is more what it... Yeah, so yeah, I could see that. But whether that's the mini-map or... Maybe even just actually on the screen. So, for example, units disappearing, units coming into vision, maybe
That
even
might be a
units
thing.
targeting.
So I've noticed like sometimes if you're in an engagement and they run away, like sometimes like even when they're in the fog of war, like you
still
still
see
see
them.
them for like 4 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Right. Now lines up more closely with logical sight ranges.
I get that. Yes, good.
Explain it, cause I'm not sure.
Well, this? I think this applies biggest to the locust because it's saying how the logical sight range, and you have the locust shooting way past its line of sight.
Or through things.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. Like I was sick and tired of seeing Lucas shooting through mountains.
I'm not sure if that's going to fix that. Because the thing is what I think it's saying is that the locust has a line of sight and then it has the attack range. And I think they're trying to say they're going to try and balance the two so that they're the same, which I think is what it more or less should be. But I still don't know if it's going to fix that issue.
Okay, well, whatever.
All right.
Next.
The visual transition when units emerge from the fog of war is much quicker.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm down for that. That's a good one.
That's good.
Improvements to camera scroll speed and feel when playing with a controller. Regular scroll is noticeably more responsive, and fast scroll holding LB gives a much larger speed boost. Ooh, I'm down
I did
for
notice
that.
it
It is a
such,
little slow.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad.
I never complained about it. Like it really wasn't that bad. But
I like how they're doing because I mean, if for instance, like it's not that bad on 1s, but on 2s and 3s when you have the bigger maps.
the maps I did notice on 2s and 3s it was a little bit more annoying.
Like say you
enough
have
to where I
like 2
complained,
or 3
but-
different unit groups around the map, and you go back to your base. You'd have to cycle through each unit group rather than just like go to each one because they were too far and it would take too long to get a response, or you just have to all unit away just in case.
Yeah, I can respect them increasing that.
What I want to see in this patch, by the way, I still haven't continued on. What I want to see is I want them to make it so that way you can move faster whenever you're setting rally points. You can't move. You don't get the speed increase while you're trying to set a rally point. I don't know if you've tried it or not, but it's painfully slow.
I just like rally points to stay where they put.
Oh no,
Where they're put.
not rally points. The points like you have to hold in the right trigger and X, and then you move up right trigger X. Like you tell them to go to A, then B, then C.
Oh, so waypoints.
Yeah,
okay.
waypoints. That's the word. I couldn't think of the word.
Okay.
Like when you set in a waypoint, it's so slow.
Yeah. I'm hoping that affects that, or will be affected by
Okay.
what comes up.
All right. I believe you're the next one.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yes.
I think we're on changing the scroll speed. Okay. So changing the scroll speed settings and options also has a much greater effect than before, resulting in a more control over how scroll speed feels. Is that right?
That's a
Brad?
little inaccurate English, but I think I understand what
Resulting
they're
in
saying.
more correct over how speed to feels. Well,
Gotta love it.
I get what they're saying, but that's okay.
All right. Speed can be reduced to previous levels by adjusting the scroll speed setting in the options menu. So basically the same thing,
All
just vice versa. All right. Next one.
Hide player gamer tag and rank in the map load screen.
Yes.
I'm actually not gonna lie. I was originally saying they should make it so if you back out before, that it should just count as a loss. But this is a good solution. I like it.
Yeah, I'm down. You can't tell what their rank is.
Or if you can't tell who you're fighting, you won't know whether to back out or not. And if you back out once you're in the loading screen, then it counts as a loss. I like it.
Wait, it does count as a loss? What?
Yeah. The thing is, like, you won't know when you first get paired with them.
Oh, okay. It says in that, and you won't tell until you're already loading in the game.
Yeah, that's great.
I am 100% for that.
100%. Good job, Dubs. That's
Yes.
really good. AI.
All right. AI is no longer able to place rally flags in places players are not allowed to place.
Oh, is this just for the AI from Skirmish?
I guess so.
Hmm.
Okay, don't care, but we'll see.
Okay. AI no longer knows when the player is beginning to target them with a leader power before they...
Freaking hackers. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh.
Units won't be aggroed by suicide grunts and won't automatically move towards them to engage. They will stand their ground instead.
Hmm.
That could apply to both AI and non-AI players. I mean, or real players. Because I mean, I've noticed that suicide grunts just tend to go full-blown idiotic whenever they see something like, oh, there's an enemy. I'm gonna go blow myself up on it. I don't even care.
Yeah, if you just even get close. Okay, so now we're actually going to get to the actual multiplayer affected things. Buildings and units.
Well, I think the UI navigation was a good thing, but...
Yeah, I also have to say, just the fact that they got rid of the dodge... That should get rid of the dodging issue. It should get rid of it, I think.
Yeah, yes.
That's a great thing. Alright, so, go... it'd be me, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Supply pad upgrade time reduced from 25 to 18.
Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that.
Alright.
Shield generator stacking reduced per generator from 50% efficiency to 20%. Okay, that's a pretty big nerf.
It's pretty big, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, only testing will actually show, but
notice that it says stacking though, so the original shield should be just as strong.
Yeah.
And then the second one would give it another 20%, and the third one would give it another 20%. So, okay, I like that.
Again, we'll have to see, because the thing is, I mean, you never know how much this is going to affect. Because even having all those shields stacked, 3, I don't actually think 4 does anything, but 3 shields is still going to give it 90%.
Well, if you look at it like this, 3 shields is less than what 2 shields used to be.
Also not 90%, 40%. But
but yeah, I think that's a fair nerf for now. I mean, we'll see if it's good, if it's not good enough.
If it's not, they can change it, but the fact they addressed it, that's good.
All right, you're next.
Special abilities. Oh, are they gonna buff the Spartans? Hijack, Slam, Phoenix Missile, Brute Warlord's Hammer, Shockwave,
etc.
Now gain the benefit from generic damage upgrades. Okay, so is that like infantry upgrade would increase that?
I think that means that like infantry upgrades would increase like the Spartan and the basically just increase all the leader abilities. But where's the Phoenix Missile coming in from?
That doesn't.
Is that the Vulture's Y ability maybe?
You're right. Yeah, that's the Vulture. Okay.
Oh God, no!
No!
Oh my God!
No!
We needed that to get nerfed. Now it gets.
Well, we'll wait and see. This is for all the units, so maybe they'll get nerfed and it'll make it. Oh, they have to. If they don't.
It took a case for those of you that don't know. A Tech 1 base that had 5 building slots on it would get killed by 4 Vulture shots.
I thought it was 5, but either way, that's still insane.
Either way, it's ridiculous. And now, basically, they're saying, well, if you have tier 3 Vultures, it would take 2 or 3 to kill one. That's way too strong.
I hope. We'll see.
Kill it with
I see the next 2 are Hunter Captain. Oh, well, no. The next 3 are Hunter Captain. Oh, boy.
All right.
Bubbles.
All hail Bubbles.
All hail Bubbles.
All right. Fixed an issue where the Hunter Captain would not be able to attack if its taunt ability was interrupted.
What?
I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, all his taunt abilities was like, and that was about that. But guess that could have been interrupted.
All right. Hunter Captain no longer receives as much healing from the combat repair, so he got nerfed.
I actually didn't think. I thought he was fine where he was.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Hunter Captain in the garrison with his first upgrade, which lets him gain health when he attacks and combat repair, I can see it. He seemed a little OP late game, if you got to that.
Yes. Hunter Captain health was lowered. Wish we got a number. I thought his health was fine, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was honestly fine. Adjusted locust behavior when targeting units in Fog of War. Good.
A little vague there.
I think I know what they're saying. They're saying, if something's way out there, it won't target it. I think that's what it's saying.
Yes. All right. Upgrade 3 for vehicle, air, and infantry. Apply the correct amount of health to appropriate units. That wasn't even fixed.
Oh, this is the 3rd time they've tried this.
Well, at least it says level 3, which means 1 and 2 at least worked. And I could at least say that level 3 worked at least every time I got it.
It says the correct amount. So I think it was changing in a number, but it wasn't changing the correct number.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
They're getting there. Again,
I'm liking this, Debs. I'm really liking this.
Alright.
Except for the vultures. I'll find your families.
Actually, if that means that if it gives the correct amount, if it was giving not enough, that means vultures would get another buff from that.
But then again, if it was giving too much.
You don't know. We don't know. So.
Yes. All right. We're here at Skitterer.
Skitterer health from vehicle upgrade lowered at all levels.
What?
Yeah, the Skitterer is a vehicle, so it got the upgrade buff.
Okay, so just got a little less health.
I actually didn't even really notice it, but
yeah, Skitterers are kind of terrible by themselves. But Skitterers can no longer become useless if the unit is going to pair with dies before pairing is complete. Wow, I didn't know that was a thing, but that's crazy that it was.
Wow.
For those of you that don't know, basically it means if you had a Skitterer going onto a Wraith or something and the Wraith died, it would just kind of become an empty unit, just kind of standing there like, what do I do?
Oh.
Alright.
Kodiaks. Ooh. Kodiaks should no longer fall to an enemy on the other or fail to target an enemy on the other side of a cliff or hill if they have line of sight.
Alright, good. So they're not stupid now. The Kodiak drivers aren't doing a line of cocaine.
I have noticed that.
Same. Cutter's Jerome Hero unit will no longer get stuck in a vehicle if upgraded while in a vehicle.
Oh my god.
How does that even work?
I guess you can't make him jump out?
I didn't even know you could get him to jump out.
You can.
Huh.
They actually fixed it. I don't know if this applies to... I think what happens is if you hijack a unit, if you use the Y ability to get out, it blows up the unit. But if you get in your own unit and jump out, it keeps your unit alive.
I didn't even know you could get out. So
you could, yeah.
I learned something today. I never used the Spartan ever.
I've turtled, so I've used them. But okay, so Spartans no longer become unresponsive when slamming a teleport pad.
Okay.
What? How did they even find these? I haven't even heard of these. I guess people reported them.
Spartans no longer damage the unit they're hijacking. Okay, yep, that's good. I was thinking that was a bad thing. I was like, when you want to hurt it, it's the enemy unit. I'm like, wait, if you're gonna take it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Honor Guard will now have more success when attempting to slay a fleeing unit. All right.
Okay, cool. Honor Guard got a little bit of a buff. That's neat. I think he needed it.
Yep.
Units grouped with engineers should now be able to use their Y ability when the group is selected.
I get it.
Whoa,
it's the Group 1, Group 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I know that.
Apparently they couldn't use their Y ability when selected in the group. Huh.
Okay, that's weird, but I never used them anyway, but that's probably more for PC.
Yeah. Snipers can now be commanded to attack units in garrisons without being grouped with other units who could. I understand that. Yeah.
What,
Snipers couldn't target garrisons on their own.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
They just couldn't. You had to select other units and tell the other units with the snipers to attack them for the snipers to attack them.
That was dumb. But hey, at least they fixed it.
If it's fixed.
I
noticed it as playing as Cutter, so I'm glad that that's addressed.
Units will now auto-attack garrison units as they walk past. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Except it could be bad, because, like, now say Bubbles is, like, in a freaking garrison with his army beside it. They're going to auto-target Bubbles. I mean, that's just, like, one example. Like,
well, it depends what they mean by auto-target. Like, if you have, like, tank, or, well, I would say air, and they had, like, vehicles, and he would auto-target the garrison, that would be bad.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's fine. You just need to have more care. Scorpions now have better accuracy when attacking garrisoned units.
Well, that's kind of good. I wish that, Scorpions can no longer fire 2 canister shots. I've noticed that. Okay. I noticed that they didn't do anything to the Scorpion's range of canister shots. I don't know if you were in the party with me, but whenever me and Sniper were playing a game, I shot a canister from one end of the map to the other end of the map and hit someone's base.
Now, did you target that, or did it just so happen to miss your target and go all the way there?
I targeted it.
From across the map?
Yes. I was watching it fly. It was so slow. It was just going across the map. It went through the ground and just came up and hit the base. I was like, what? That was crazy.
Choppers can no longer trigger ram animation when selecting an air unit. So could you like ram air?
Never tried it.
I never did either. I'm surprised people did. Or if that's what that's saying.
Choppers or condors will no longer waste their Y ability when targeting air units.
Was it only air units, or was it just things in general?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was things in general.
Like, and more than just wasting the Y ability, not that it would consume it, but it just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't do it.
And then consume it.
Oh, I haven't seen it where it consumed it.
I have. It was
maybe
terrible.
that's potentially what it's referring to. Decimus can now use Y ability on buildings.
Okay, what's his Y ability again?
He summons mini glassing beams.
Okay. It gives him a little bit more of a use.
It gives variety, I guess.
Okay, I'm down with that. It's a little buffed. Hornets no longer fail to do damage after firing at a target for a prolonged time. What?
What?
Hornets just didn't do damage after a while. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Blisterbacks shouldn't be deployed under the surface of the map anymore. That's more pliable to firefight, but even in actual gameplay. And the thing is, I question whether or not they fix this, because they probably found something that's making it happen, but for them to permanently fix all the issues, I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure. But continuing. Blisterbacks shouldn't wait, nope, but a
Next
veteran
one.
blisterbacks can be be healed to full.
So they couldn't be healed.
Okay.
Before.
Well.
Johnson's heal beacon size and effect now correctly match.
Okay.
So the heal circle didn't actually represent what was getting healed.
Gotta love it. Okay. Johnson can no longer move to cancel his animation and fire additional smart missiles. Okay.
Alright.
They're kind of nerfing him a little in that sense, but
It needed to be.
yeah, it had to be done.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Skitters, now they're kind of jumping all over the place with these leader units.
Well, is this there? I don't think the devs put this up. I think it was it might have been the devs who put it up.
Sketch is the representative.
What are y'all doing, Sketch? What are y'all doing? Just kidding.
Okay, Skitters now correctly apply full damage from Focus Beam upgrade. So, if it wasn't doing it before, and it's doing full damage now, that means it would be a buff.
Yeah. So they could be a little better. I mean, that's still a good bit of power. You gotta, but whatever. Continuing, Colony's living barrier benefits from base fortify upgrades.
But
it already did.
It did.
Yeah, I've tested it. It did.
It does. I've seen it too.
Maybe sometimes it doesn't, or maybe it doesn't give the appropriate amount.
Well, they didn't say that though, which kind of makes me confused.
Sketch, what are you doing, man? All right.
Shipmaster's Grunt Squad leaders are now rightfully saying Heli instead of
Jirahani. Basically, it's saying they're elites over brutes.
So you're telling me that it was meant to be elites?
Yes. Well, he's a shitmaster. He's an elite.
And now can be upgraded to cloak instead of having shrapnel mines. What?
Wait, Shipmaster Gun Squad.
They were supposed to have cloak?
No. It says, and now can be upgraded to cloak instead of having shrapnel mines.
No, that's what I mean.
Well, they weren't meant to have it, but they basically just buffed Shitmaster's grunts. Kind of now their grunts can be invisible.
That could be a big deal. That could be a big deal.
It could be. Yo, you could snipe freaking towers now, or
more than
power
just
nodes.
You could snipe power nodes. And in addition to that, since early on people don't have detect units, that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
I mean, grunts don't do that much, but when you have 5 or more trying to deal damage to an early army, that's game changing.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, their shrapnel mines are kind of useless. I mean,
no,
they're good, but nobody ever got them.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I mean. They're useless because nobody got them. But now that they can be invisible,
and I like how they're adding variety, not just giving everyone the same thing.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So basically, okay, I wasn't quite sure what the first part was. So basically, the brute squad as shitmaster. Now the brutes are basically elites.
And this is going to be interesting because Arbiter also has elites in his ground squads. So now we have two. Now we have 2 two leaders that have this.
Okay.
All right.
I'm cool with that. That's awesome.
I like that.
That's cool.
I like that.
Ooh, I wonder if the elites are gonna have a different damage model than the brutes, since they use different weaponry.
Probably. I would assume like Halo Wars 1, they're going to be slightly weaker.
That's what I'd think.
Since they're able to cloak, it would make sense too.
Yeah.
Normalized damage of hijacked vehicles regardless of who made the vehicle. Okay, so debuff.
Okay.
Debuff to the vehicle.
I think that's a good thing. You wouldn't want to like hijack a combat repair wraith and it have combat repair.
Or Isabel tank. Well, would it apply to might apply to Isabel.
It should. Pretty sure it should.
Okay.
Consano Cyclops hero unit selection circle should now be more visible when not hovering over it. Don't care.
What? What is that?
Consano Cyclops hero unit selection circle should now be more visible when not hovering over it. Okay, so basically, I'm assuming like if you have her selected, you know how most units have like a circle around them.
I get you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
Whatever.
It's nothing
really,
game changing, but okay.
I can understand why you'd want to see a hero mode.
It polishes it.
Yeah. Decimus and Warlord will no longer try to pull units that are already close to them.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's a buff.
It seemed like kind of a waste. Really.
Yeah, it's like if you know that there's like a black bar tank and like closest to you as they're retreating, like, and you pull it, it's like I was gonna get it anyway, but whatever. I got a free kill.
I'm still kind of suspicious if they're gonna fix that whole thing with the Warlord pulling and damaging like his own units and not, because they haven't mentioned that.
Well, we'll find out. Warlord no longer resets his attack animation when selecting a unit to attack. Okay. That's good.
By the way, the next three are ODST. Here we go.
Okay.
ODST charges will now explode when placed on top of or next to buildings in side plots. So they're negated.
Okay.
So they can't affect buildings. That's actually a big nerf to Cutter.
I'm fine with that. That was stupid how you could pay 800 to basically blow up 2 buildings and have 3 good units. Yeah, and have those 3 good units be able to do it again if they live. Yeah, that was stupid. Thank you, devs. Alright. ODSTs can no longer throw more than 1 charge at a time. I guess something like the canny glitch or something like that.
No. I think what it means is that like you could throw 1 and then you could walk away with the ODST, and when it recharges, you could throw another. I think it means you can have a limit of 1 now.
Okay.
There was a limit before as well of like 4 or 5 or something.
All right.
ODSTs can't attempt to throw their demo charge at air.
It's a Hornet! Come on, throw the nuke!
That was a thing. Well, okay.
All right.
So 2 nerfs and kind of just a fix.
All right, moving on to leader powers.
Ooh, let's see how this goes.
Atriox fortification slightly reduced in effectiveness at level 1 and greatly reduced at level 2, and is specifically less beneficial to shield generators.
That's a big nerf.
That is a big nerf. That is a big nerf.
I think it's kind of needed because even with the shields getting nerfed, he was still really strong.
I feel like the shields, the shield part is fun, but I don't know what I think about that, because honestly, I'm thinking maybe instead of with it used to be 200 supplies with fortifications 2. It might be something like 300, 350 supplies now with Fortify level 2.
This would cause Atriox to become more... Because the thing was, and I kind of understand this, before it was very obvious, fortifications was supremely greater than the other option, which was countermeasures and dying breath, which was more of an aggressive option. It feels like they're trying to get a balance between the two here.
I like that, but I'm wondering what they're going to do here.
Because the thing is, that's, again, a nerf to him. But I think maybe he's still going to be all right to stand up to others.
I'm worried, though, because Decimus is going to be able to should be able to beat him in the beginning. But I don't know what I feel. I mean,
let's see what everybody else.
Yeah, okay, it's too early.
Yeah. Cost reduction on bases. Okay, this is actually all Atriox. Cost reduction on bases, stronghold upgrades, turrets, and shield generators reduced to 15% per level.
What? Okay. So for each upgrade, they lose, or it's 15% cheaper.
Okay.
All right. So technically that's a buff to his turrets, but a nerf to upgrading his base to a Tech 1 base.
How so?
Well, I mean,
How
if
is
it's
it a buff to
15,
the turrets?
because I mean, they only lost, or it was only 20 power cheaper each time, and it was originally what was it? It was 400 power.
I think they were referring to the turret cost to build.
Cost reduction on base stronghold turrets and shield generator.
They weren't talking about the turret upgrade.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, my bad.
Now it went from 300 to 225. What percentage would that be? That'd be like a little less than 40%.
Okay.
So now if it's 15%, that's probably honestly about half as effective. So it might be like 270 for a turret.
Damn, they're hurting Atriox here. Come on, guys, come on. My boy Monkey Man.
Well, we'll see. But
We'll see. Still too early.
more Atriox nerfs.
Fortifications altered, cost of 4 to 5 upgrades rounded to nearest 5. Alright, that's not really a nerf.
That's kind of like just a round off.
Yeah, so if it went to like...
The thing was, it's like
81
203
supplies or
supplies.
something.
It's like, what a weird number.
Yeah, now it'll be 205.
It's a little more clean. Okay. Upgrade speed buff on stronghold upgrade and turret upgrades reduced to 15% per level. I think that's a big one, actually.
That is a pretty big one.
Because before it was like 20, 30 seconds to upgrade a turret, and then it was like, with level 2, it was like 5 seconds.
So that nerf, yeah, and to upgrade it was like, what? I'm pretty sure it was 45 seconds, 60 seconds normally to upgrade your main base,
One
right?
of those two.
So it was one of those, but then it was 15 seconds with fortify level 2. So yeah, now it's gonna not be 15 seconds. It's gonna be more like 25, 30 seconds.
Well, and again, I feel that Atriox was really strong before, but the thing is, if the other Covenant leaders, because I think UNSC wise he might still be able to fight. It's a little bit too hard to tell, but as far as Atriox versus Covenant, like, he was a little better, I feel, than the others. And with this, they're hitting him really, really hard.
Really hard. I was not expecting all
Not
I
this
was
much.
not expecting Atriox to get hit this bad.
We'll see, but if the others don't get hit, I think he's going to become worse than at least Decimus at this rate.
All right.
You gonna?
I just did that one. Oh wait, no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Our vehicle symbiote powers can now target turrets. Okay.
I noticed it couldn't before. It's going to make it more fun to turtle with him.
If you even decide to put turrets on your base. We'll see.
Alright, buffed vehicle symbiotes to now apply correct... Oh my god.
Well,
My god.
whatever. They fixed it. It's good.
They said they fixed. Now, if there's anything I've learned, since they said they fixed the... By the way, they didn't mention that they fixed the tank's canister shot. They haven't mentioned that.
Oh, man. Alright. Scorch mines can no longer blow each other up on deployment. What?
What?
I think that's a Consano thing. That's probably why we don't know. We don't touch her, but
Wow.
Scorch mines blew each other up. I mean, mines in general are generally a bad thing to have, but I mean...
Shipmaster displacement can now affect protector sentinels.
Okay.
I think it should have to begin with. I think that's fair.
Restoration drones can now target turrets. Restoration drones?
It didn't?
Like...
The heal. It didn't heal turrets?
No, it says target turrets, though. Maybe the restoration drones are referring to... Oh, no, this is leader power.
Yeah, no, that's the heal.
Yeah, that's the heal.
I guess they didn't heal turrets.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've seen them heal turrets. I could be wrong, but...
I mean, I haven't really seen it, so I can't say.
Alright.
Scatter bomb now more correctly aligns with its targeting reticle.
Reticle.
Reticle, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're saying recticle.
No.
So, I guess that's a kind of a buff to rock throw.
Depends. It says more correctly aligns. Does that mean that it's bigger, smaller, more...
Do not know.
I don't think... I mean, it's kind of not really a buff or nerf, I think.
Vortex lightning vortex, now damages and debuffs units and garrisons. Okay. I mean, that's
That's
little
fair.
buff.
Yeah.
Nothing great, but it's a buff.
Garrison units no longer heal faster from leader powers than ungarrisoned units. I noticed that.
Yes, same.
I thought maybe it was just like, okay, it has increased defense, so maybe it's just taking so much less damage that it's healing really fast. But I thought it was healing a little too fast.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yep.
Mech overcharge and combat salvage can now be invoked regardless of whether the reticle is in the fog of war or not. What? That sounds like a big thing. What? Pretty sure that means like if you didn't have combats, or if you were in a fog of war and tried to use combat salvage, it wouldn't work.
Maybe it's saying that if the opponent used combat salvage or mech overcharge when they're in the fog of war, you couldn't tell.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it's saying.
Maybe.
I could see how that would relate. Okay, mass cloaking now removes units from the minimap in blitz mode. No one cares about that.
Reavers will no longer continue to shoot when hit with EMP Mac Blast while stunned.
So they okay.
Okay, so the EMP basically just completely stopped Reavers, and now it doesn't. All right. Or no, it didn't completely stop Reavers, and now it does.
Yeah.
My bad.
Vehicles stolen. Here we go. Vehicles stolen by a Ghost in the Machine are no longer visible in the fog. Oh, I thought they were going to say they fixed it.
Oh,
wait. The next one's also the same thing. Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost in the Machine can no longer permanently increase the Isabel's population cap by using it on units that are teleported.
Whoa. That was a thing?
I guess so.
EMP Mac Blast now more correctly matches the targeting reticle.
You said it again.
I said reticle.
It's not recticle, it's reticle.
Reticle. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Alright, well.
Engine. What is engine?
Hold up. That was leader powers. Hunter's brand didn't get touched.
Interesting.
Huh. Okay. Alright, engine. Graphical settings are now default to low when using an integrated GPU.
I think this is going to be PC. Right?
Yeah, I think we can skip over this.
I want to just quickly go through it to see if there's anything that would be related.
Read it out loud.
Fixed an issue with ADM. No, it's not related. Fixed an issue with the... Nope. Idling in the main menu for extended time should no longer permanently disconnect the player from services.
Alright, that's a good one.
Players should no longer be able to remove the command point cap earned in a mission by loading a save.
Okay.
Loading a save and finishing previously completed missions.
A little louder.
Should no longer add the complete mission time to time played. Fixed a desync that could happen in 3v3 strongholds. Fixed a crash that could occur when loading saved games. Multi-GPU support is now enabled on Windows 10. Up to 2 GPUs are supported. The implementation of Updating to the creators update of Windows 10 is strongly recommended. Make sure you are on the latest graphics driver.
Okay. So where's the next one? This it? Yeah, this is it.
Yep.
Note, the patch notes contain more content than a single post will allow, so please, that's the same thing. Art. Fixed graphical corruption that could appear near wraiths in campaign. Atligale's smokescreen no longer disappears when camera moves view off of it and back. Colossus legs face the right way when targeting enemies now. Vulture's yellow warning light is now attached to the craft when firing its missile. Okay.
What?
Mantis's chain gun effects have been cleaned up.
Okay.
Decimus's siphon no longer leaves green effects on the units.
I noticed that. I was like wondering why that was like that.
I actually like that. It kind of told you that he was using a siphon.
I thought it was kind of cool, but it was inconsistent, so that kind of bugged me.
Okay. Audio. Added some audio to the Cyclops death animation.
That'd be funny. Okay. All leaders were missing the voice-over call-out when the player's base was destroyed. Really?
That's kind of an important one, but all right.
We didn't even know.
Right.
Okay.
Fixed Chopper's ramming audio lip.
I noticed that. Yeah. Correcting explosion of lotus mines to play the appropriate sound effect.
Okay.
So there was a different sound that was supposed to play.
Anders Sentinels will no longer play grunt audio upon death.
What? What?
All right.
What?
Whatever.
Oh my god.
It's fixed, maybe.
Oh my god. What? Hell. Okay. Johnson's EMP should no longer cause audio to stutter.
All right. Last but not least, players affected by earlier issues with loss of progress will have their progress restored based on their HaloWaypoint.com service record. Don't know about that, but all right.
All right.
Was that page 2?
That was. Now, I'm assuming that means that this server-side balance update is going to refer the actual patches to the units. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have that here.
All right. So. All right.
All right. Well, we'll have to wait and see then about that. I mean, it comes out today, so we shouldn't have to wait that long at least.
Yes. Fairly happy with what I've seen here.
I'm actually rather satisfied. I am upset because when they said they were fixing the AI, that they didn't actually fix the pathfinding of the units, which I was thinking that's what they were doing.
Rip.
But I mean, again, we'll have to see. It doesn't seem like that's all, though. It looks apparent to me that since they were talking about the major functioning fixes, that it doesn't look like they're touching that.
Well, we'll know next time because we'll complain about it if it's not fixed.
It does concern me a little bit though, because I feel like this was their big patch, really, like that they're doing right now, and if they haven't fixed it yet, that means we're gonna have to press really hard for it.
I feel like that they should have done just strictly multiplayer. Forget about campaign. Who cares? It's like 5 months after release or something. People have beaten the campaign.
I disagree.
I want strictly multiplayer.
They need to have a functioning campaign.
Well, I played through it just fine. It functioned just because like there was a few bugs with it. Doesn't mean it doesn't function. Multiplayer barely functions.
I will agree that the multiplayer should take priority, but that, again, of course, doesn't mean the campaign should be abandoned either.
I didn't say abandoned. I said this patch should have been strictly for multiplayer.
Well, when you say strictly for, I consider that abandoning it. At least for this patch, you'd be abandoning it.
I guess if that's the case, but yeah I guess I'm saying abandon the campaign in this patch. I don't care about it. It's old news at this point. Fix the multiplayer.
Either way, I'm still
I'm still happy with the patch.
I'm still pretty happy with this, and the fact that this isn't even the actual patches to the units. I was really excited to see that, but I'm still by no means upset about it.
Yeah. Heck, yep, I'm definitely good.
Couple things I am worried about is, of course, the Isabel tanks, because that was the big reason I stayed away from Isabel, was her tanks weren't functioning correctly. And I'm really concerned, because if they don't fix... The thing is, I don't care how strong you make the canister. If it doesn't work, or if her tanks stop moving when you fire them, or they're
garbage.
It's too inconsistent to use at a high level. And that's the thing. High level, you need consistency in a leader. Like, they need to be able to do their job correctly the first... Imagine if you went to buy a base with Atriox Fortifications 2, and I'll say, well, sometimes you have to buy the base at normal price. Like, that breaks it. You can't play it. Like, that's
You can't play as Atriox at that point. Because then you might as well just play as any other leader, because his whole thing was cheap bases.
And it's like, oh, the base upgrade's 15 seconds. Oh, well, sometimes it'll upgrade in the normal minute. Or, like, that's game-breaking for him.
Yep. Basically saying, freaking, what else would it be? Forge's rolling eco doesn't work.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to pay normal price for his upgrades. It's just random.
Yeah, just random. We haven't fixed it. Right. But yeah, that's my big concern with her, and also the whole Decimus pulling and correctly targeting thing, and Anders. Well, I can't complain about Anders because we'll just have to see what buffs go to her. But I think that'll be an end to this. I don't think there's too much more to touch on here. We'll just have to wait and see what comes.
Yep.
But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this little overview that we had of the patches, and I will see you for some gameplay in the future. Take care.
Exciting patches. Bye-bye.